كما باركت على آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وآل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم وترحم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما ترحمت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم وتحنن على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما تحننت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما سلمت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وارحم سيدنا محمدا وآل سيدنا محمد وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت ورحمت وباركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي وأزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وذريته وأهل بيته كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم داحي المدحوات وبارئ المسموكات وجبار القلوب على فطرتها شقيها وسعيدها. اجعل شرائف صلواتك ونوامي بركاتك ورأفة تحننك على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق والمعلن الحق بالحق والدامغ لجيشات الأباطيل، كما حمل فاضطلع بأمرك بطاعتك مستنفذا في مرضاتك واعيا لوحيك حافظا لعهدك ماضيا على نفاذ أمرك حتى أورى قبسا لقابس آلاء الله تصل بأهله أسبابه به هديت القلوب بعد خوضات الفتن والإثم وأبهج موضحات الأعلام ونائرات الأحكام ومنيرات الإسلام، فهو أمينك المأمون وخازن علمك المخزون وشهيدك يوم الدين وبعيثك نعمة ورسولك بالحق رحمة. اللهم افسح له في عدنك واجزه مضاعفات الخير من فضلك مهنآت له غير مكدرات من فوز ثوابك المحلول وجزيل عطائك المعلول. اللهم أعل على بناء الناس بناءه وأكرم مثواه لديك ونزله وأتمم له نوره واجزه من ابتعاثك له مقبول الشهادة ومرضي المقالة ذا منطق عدل وخطة فصل وبرهان عظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. لبيك اللهم ربي وسعديك صلوات الله البر الرحيم والملائكة المقربين والنبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. وما سبح لك من شيء يا رب العالمين على سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله خاتم النبيين وسيد المرسلين وإمام المتقين ورسول رب العالمين الشاهد البشير الداعي إليك بإذنك السراج المنير عليه السلام. اللهم اجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك على سيد المرسلين وإمام المتقين وخاتم النبيين سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك إمام الخير وقائد الخير ورسول الرحمة. اللهم ابعثه مقاما محمودا يغبطه.
They'll be okay.
In safety, yes. And others are saying, well, we're not that bad. We didn't do bad things in our life. We were trying to help as much as possible, and we didn't do any bad things. So there's still, they still have hope that they will be on the good side.
We hope we're on the good side too. We hope. But we are also not ignorant. To say I didn't do anything. This is ignorance. And it is showing that person's spirituality. For those who don't understand spirituality, there's nothing we can say to them. It's okay, leave them. For those who understand a little bit of spirituality, and they understand a little bit of what love is, whether it's earthly love or material love, they understand what love is, then they will understand what we're talking about. Because when you're in love, one moment of forgetfulness, it is very wrong for you. When you're in love, you understand that you cannot cut that connection. The connection is always there. Those ones, they've never even smelt love. So their relationship with Islam, their relationship with Allah and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, it is not guided by the awliya Allah. Because no awliya Allah, no friend of Allah, no prophet of Allah has this kind of attitude. Well, Allah is Ghafur Rahim. Well, we didn't do anything wrong. Well, intercession is going to come. Well, we're not that bad. No prophet says that. No awliya says that. No salih person says that. No person in tariqat, in spirituality, which is the essence of the religion, no person walking on that way is saying that. So those ones who are outside of this, they can say whatever they want to say. It's not our concern. Are we here to convince them? No, we're not here to convince them. What we're going to convince, if Allah is saying they don't listen, Prophet is saying they don't listen, awliyas are saying our words are going to say anything to them? No, they're not. Leave them. Leave them. Nothing you're going to say is going to make them to be understanding. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already said so many times in the Quran al-Kareem, very few of them, they are grateful. Very few of them, they understand. Very few of them, they give shukr. You understand? People are different. Insan are different. Humans different. Believers are different. And men of understanding, they're different. We are following those ones who understand, who is trying to make us to understand. Even when we don't go through, we don't understand everything, but because we're following, we agree. We don't disagree with whatever that they are saying. I'll tell you one story. One time there was one Shaykh, and he was making a zikr. In front of him were murids, and they're all making zikr with him. He was making loud, and this one murid is making it loud too, matching him also, keeping, and the others are just sleepy because it's a zikr during Fajr time. So the Shaykh was going, La ilaha illallah, that murid is going, La ilaha illallah, is closing his eyes but trying to connect, and the Shaykh suddenly stops and the murid is continuing, and the Shaykh opens his eyes, and then he smiled, and he says, but the Shaykh was, that murid was concerned. He thought he transgressed the adab because the Shaykh stopped and he didn't stop. But the Shaykh was actually happy that he was the only one who was doing the zikr. So the murid is saying, Ya Shaykh, I wanted to ask you because when the Shaykh explained, it's good that you're making it, continuing, the murid was saying, I'm only asking you because I don't want to make a mistake. And the Shaykh smiled at him and says, what is it that we're doing in this world that is not a mistake? Do you understand? This is how the prophets and the awliyas, they think. They don't give any value to themselves and their ego. They give value only to Allah and His Prophet. Whatever good, they don't give value to themselves. Whatever good they say is because of Allah. But they look at themselves and their wrong characteristics, huge. They don't say, I just prayed. They say, may Allah accept our prayer. We don't know. This is humility. This is not arrogance. For those who say, what do we do that is so wrong in this world? They didn't even come close to the shore yet to understanding the greatness of their Lord and the smallness and the dirtiness of us. You understand? How are they going to understand these things? How are you going to understand when a Grand Sheikh says, in our way, whatever you want, you get, but that is enough sin for you. It is enough sin that whatever you want, you get it. How are they going to understand that? They will never understand. Their hearts are blind. They're dead, deaf, dumb, and blind. So we don't give it to them. We give to others who are looking. And in these days, so many others who are looking, so many of them, they may not even be Muslim. But they understand this. It's Akhir Zaman. Whatever side you're on, you're one of them. You don't have to do it, but you're on that side. You're on the side of good. You don't do too much good, but you're on the side of good. You're on the side of haq, you'll be saved. You don't do too much bad, but you're on the side of bad. Oof, oof, oof. The fire is still going to reach to you. That is how it is. But people who say, I didn't do anything wrong, and it's okay, this world is okay. Really? So you don't take any responsibility. So you don't know your ego. That is showing the person is completely ignorant about himself. Completely. Doesn't understand the shaitan inside of himself, doesn't understand his ego, doesn't understand his desires, doesn't understand dunya. Do you understand? We say to those ones, to you your religion, and to me mine. Be happy. Are we going to say that we are higher than them? No. Who we're following is higher. If they are going to argue with us, we say no argument. You go your way, we go our way. You understand? We don't go to them and say, no, 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 you have to wake up, you have to understand. We don't do that too, we don't argue. I say, okay, that's it, good luck to you. We cannot. And these days you find you can talk to strangers, you can talk to non-Muslims, about these matters, but you cannot talk even to your beloved ones, to your families, to your own blood, you cannot talk. Because they cannot understand. Now you're going to feel a little bit how the prophets they're feeling. When their own children, their own families are not listening to them, but complete strangers are listening to them. You don't see how this world is evil? And that if you're on the side of this world, if you're supporting it, you're not trying. And they want us to try just a little bit. You're not even trying, you don't care. This is what Shaitan wants. He's not concerned. Shaitan is not upset that there are millions going to Hajj. He's not upset. He's not upset that there are millions fasting or doing all these worship. He's not upset. But he's upset if the believer's heart is connected, is sincere, it is good. Because it says, let all these millions, they don't care about their hearts and their hearts are all rotten, but let them do whatever that they're doing. Let them fast, let them pray, let them do whatever. But they have no idea about their heart. They're diseased. It's rotten. Let them do. They have no value. The way of tariqat is the way of heart. We look, the heart is the most important. Yes, we're following the Shariat. Yes, we're following the tariqat. Whatever little that we are doing. Yes. And we're not claiming to be the experts in anything. But what our Shaykh is concentrating is look to the corruption in our heart. To look, to see. Try to remove. At least to pray, to say this is coming. Holy days and holy nights, Ya Rabbi. Asking. Allah wants us to ask. So what is concerning us now? It has to be that. Why? Because this is what is making Allah happy. This is what is making the prophets happy. Everything else that we're doing is making us to be happy. Nothing to do with them. So, yeah, it's okay. These are the days. People don't have so much knowledge. They don't have any wisdom. Intelligence completely gone. How are you going to convince them? You don't. our Shaykh had said, Shaitan made one mistake. Allah says, do it, and he refused to do it. One mistake. He says, how many mistakes we make? Because of that one mistake he made, he was thrown out of divine presence from pre-eternity up to post-eternity. One mistake. How many mistakes we do in one day? So a person is not even knowing himself. That is dangerous. Because the one who doesn't know himself, he will not know his Lord. Because the Prophet ﷺ is saying the one who knows himself knows his Lord. So this, our way, it is not to know this book or that book, this person or that person, this practice or that practice. This way is to know ourselves, to know our ego. And the Shaykh is there going to talk more and more about yourself, your ego, your heart, trying to clean it. Those who are not interested, what can we do? We're not having auction. We're not going around to sell. This is not nothing here. To sell. This is valuable. Those who understand the value, they're going to come from every corner of the world. They're going to come. And value, treasures are usually in ruins. They don't have big flashy showing, oh, millions people, this. No. When your heart is pulling, Allah will guide you that time. You will find. Inshallah. May Allah make it easy. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Fatiha. Afiyat olsun. Give the tea. Give the desserts. Give to ladies. Anything else anyone wants to say? Yes.
When you were mentioning the Dalailul Khairat for the salawat on the Prophet ﷺ and the raindrops, and it was basically thundering at that time and raining.
Say again?
When you were mentioning the Dalailul Khairat,
Mm-hmm.
and that there was salawats beyond the Prophet as the number of raindrops, it was raining at that time.
Yeah, I know.
So I had a question.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, that's a good sign. Say?
I had a question about the khutbah. The khutbah, you mentioned the ayah which refers to remembering Allah below the breaths, and then SahibulSaif, you quoted him saying, guard your breath. Then you mentioned the story of Hazrat Yunus Amri when he asked for the breath second time, and then his answer from his Shaykh was Hizmat. And then you mentioned that he was very happy in spreading the message of his Shaykh, and then you ended with Shukr. So my question is that the answer for how to guard your breath is Hizmat and spreading the
It's the beginning. Yes, of course. People have so many theory of this, and they have to meditate and do this and this. But are people doing that 24 hours? No. Are you doing that 20 hours a day? No. People doing that 1 hour a day? They're not. They're not. Tariqat is something that is alive. How much time are you able to do that? How much time can you spend doing that? So many people, they can talk about it. One time, Shaykh Maulana was telling, Shaykh Efendi was saying, the Shaykh was going around with a guest, and they see in a place, and people were meditating, making tafakkur. And this guest was saying, MashaAllah, your murids are all making khushu, making tafakkur. And says, yeah, this one is meditating on his wife, this one is meditating on the children, this one is meditating on his desires, this one is you understand? So from the outside it looks as if you're fooling, but the Shaykh knows. And what can we do that is safe, that everyone can do, that is going to bring us to the way that we can carry? This is the point. People are studying texts that was written hundreds of years ago for the murids of that time. You cannot even understand what is that time. You cannot carry what is that time. What is this time? What it means, Sahibul Zaman. What it means, Sahibul Waqt. But at least now, when you are clear, you are going to do something. You're going to make hizmat. This hizmat that you're doing is not for you. This is for your Shaykh. This is for the Dergah. This is for Islam. This is for Jamaat. It's not you. Your ego is not going to like it. Because the ego says only for me. But you're doing it for others. You train. Then that time, everything that you are doing for that reason, every breath, every step that you take now is never in ghaflat. Shaykh Efendi used to say, if people only knew what blessings are raining in this Dergah. Just by walking, he says. Walking in this Dergah. Not even sweeping, picking up something, stepping your ego, nothing. Just by walking, he says, this whole 100 acres is going to be filled with people. Just standing there knowing the rahmat is coming. Now, service that you're doing? Oof. So that time when you are doing that, yes, everything, from your breath to your look, everything now, it is for the sake of Allah. That time, it becomes a worship. Because you're remembering why you're doing this. Yes, it becomes a worship. But understand, Yunus Emre, when he's describing that, he was happy. He says, Alhamdulillah. He was so happy. Meaning his service, his hizmat, his passion ends with happiness, lightness. He was not sad. He was not miserable. He was not grouchy. He wasn't depressed. Like so many people think this is how you have to be when you are spiritual. And Shaykh Efendi said over years saying, don't come to me with your sad, ugly faces. Allah likes happy servants. You're not happy, you haven't found it. That means you're still doing it with your ego coming here. Then what do you think this is? You're still bringing in traditions from other religions saying you have to be miserable to come close to, you have to torture yourself to come close to Allah? That is not how the Prophet ﷺ were. That's not how the Sahaba Kiram were. Preparing, knowing that there is no way without Allah's help that they're going to survive. No way. Preparing themselves for battle. No way without Allah's help that they're going to survive. Just running on faith. And they were preparing, they were singing songs, and they were happy. Yeah. So, we said this before. You're not happy here? Go. You still haven't found the key yet. That we're doing all this for Allah's pleasure. Then you are not doing it for Allah's pleasure. Because if you're doing it for Allah's pleasure, Allah will be pleased. When Allah is pleased, you'll be pleased. When you have that, you want to do more. You want to run more. You want to spread it. You don't keep it. Your heart cannot be dead. You cannot be in ghaflat. It's always going to be awake. And you're going to try. You're going to be present. You're not going to be absent. Your heart will be here. Your heart is going to be with people, with what you're doing. Yes, you will have that passion. That's the first sign. You don't have that, you're already dead. You're dead. You don't have that passion. Everyone has passion. Test them. If someone touches their bank account, suddenly wipe it, you'll see how passionate many people are. Those who are very quiet, very calm, you're going to see how much passion they're going to have. If something touches your health, oh, something worries you, oh, but this is all dunya. Those who don't have passion for akhirat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you depression because of the dunya. Because in pleasing Allah, you can never be depressed. No, you cannot. Because more you're discovering Allah's rahmat. And you're happy knowing that your Lord is the best one. Your Prophet is the best one. Then you're going to look to your work that you're doing, even if it's not so great, but you're going to try because you feel honored also that you're given this. Shaitan will give you hopelessness. Shaitan will give you depression. Shaitan will try to do something so that you are, mea culpa? Huh? Shaitan will make you to do that. Don't listen. And we've said this, Shaykh Efendi had said this so many times. You feel sad and this and that, go out and help people. You see how quickly that sadness. Go out and be active. Help people. Go plant something. Go sweat. Work hard and help someone. Who? So many people need help. Oh, people don't know what to do these days. They don't even know who to help. They don't want to. If their heart is awake, they'll know who to help. Like their heart is awake about dunya, they know where to go. How to find money, how not to find money, when to find. They know. But it comes to this, they don't know. Because they slowly killed it. Then you're going to say, I must go to this person, I must go to this person, I must do this thing, I must do this thing, I must help this person. Prophet ﷺ is saying, if it's not because of the old people, the elderly, the babies, and some hadith saying, even the young sheep, yes, the lambs, Allah will not send down one drop of rain to this world. Meaning that rahmat is because of them. Who is running after old people now? They get upset if old people are grouchy a little bit. Let them rest. And here, run after believers. Okay, they said, run after there are many old people here. I'm old too. But they don't, because they're very selfish. Just one thing, just me, my family. This, you understand? Then there's no rahmat. Young, the children, only know how to complain. Toddler time is this and that, but not understanding the rahmat that is raining down on you because of them. They are surrounded by angels. What happened to you? You became more shaitan around them. Something is wrong then. Be a shepherd. Go to the lambs. Understand. Let's ask the murids. Easy. Not difficult. Easy. To be merciful to the small ones. What we always say, take care of them. Take care of each other. Take care of them. Have some heart. Love them. You have children, love those around them too. It's hard, try more, better. Rahmat is coming because of that. The elderly one, the old, be nice. Ask for their prayers. Those who are in the way of Allah, of course. Those not in the way of their ego and cakes and stuff like that is something else. But even then, they're older, we have no right to do anything. Where is this knowledge? It's all lost. But people know so much. Book knowledge. And this kind of things that you do to old people, to the young, to animals, it softens your heart. You cannot be a proud person doing this. You cannot. Studying books. Yeah. You don't guard your heart with that book knowledge. You become like a donkey. And you start saying, I know. This one doesn't know. I know. That's the thing about books, no? I know this. Other people don't know. When you do that to young ones, you help them. To old people, you help them. You be with them. To animals, you help them. You be with them. It leaves you with the certainty that you don't know. Not that you know, you don't know. So much you don't know. So much about kids I don't know. Subhanallah, how Allah created them. so much about life that this one has gone through with the experiences that I don't know. So much about nature that I don't. You cannot be proud. We should try. Inshallah Rahman. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Afiyat olsun. Have your tea. Anything else anyone saying? As much as you know, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. صلى الله على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وأزواجه وذريته كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم